we're going to have a tough conversation today. I'm just going to put it out there. So, one of the things that I'm really, really heated about in the cloth diapering space is the use of China cheapies as a term. I think there are China cheapies. Don't get me wrong. I think if you go off eBay and you get a diaper for $1, 5 for $5, you know the deals that I'm talking about. If you go into eBay and you buy 5 for $5 diapers, you're going to get see-through diapers that are not waterproof. You're going to get a quilted insert that's way too big, that is so thin it doesn't hold anything. I know this because I've purchased China cheapies. I think there's this tendency for more expensive cloth diaper retailers to label everything that is not their brand or not a $20 diaper as a China cheapie, when in fact, some of them actually make their diapers in China, right? So you supporting them is still just them benefiting from the globalization, it being less expensive for them to manufacture in China. But then them making fun of other diapers. So there are some YouTubers and podcasters that'll call things like Alva's China cheapies, Kaiwai diapers China cheapies, Imagine Baby China cheapies, anything that isn't this $20 diaper. This really bothers me for a lot of reasons. First of all, not everyone can afford all the expensive diapers. Okay, so everything becoming a China cheapie that is not Smart Bottoms or Bum Genius is just not true. A lot of brands, even some of the ones we've talked about, produce in China, right? And they have a huge upcharge in order to sell in the United States. Basically, we're better than them. But that's not true. The second thing is, those Alva diapers, I have news for you, outlasted most of my Cotton Babies products. This isn't to say all American brands. I mean, Geffen Baby's great, right? Thirsty's absolutely great. I will pay more for those products because they're better products, not because, they're not China cheap. I mean, they're better products. I think the Bum Genius between the elastics, I've had snaps fall off, they stain better or more readily, I guess. I don't know. And that's how to say, I love Flip. We talked about this. I love Flip diapers. But I just think that when we label everything as these China cheapies, we label everything as, inferior. They're just not the same. So it's trying to steer people away from buying like Alva's, right? Trying to steer them away from buying those brands. And I think that's a mistake. I think when people get started in cloth diapering, they become naturally curious. So if the only thing they can afford or are willing to spend is Alva's, so be it. I've had good luck with Alva's. That's why so many companies are just rebranded Alva's that they've custom ordered, right? So I think we have to be careful about being aggressive in that way. We want more people to cloth diaper. We don't want fewer people to cloth diaper. We want you to come in at any point, whether you want to buy Bum Genius, whether you want to buy Alva diapers. I do think when we say China cheapies, there are China cheapies. There are $1, $2 diapers that are see-through and terrible quality and have no waterproofing and fall apart. But I don't think Alva particularly is one of them. Some of those, still look new, actually, from many years of cloth diapering over here anyway. So I think we just have to be really cautious about using that word because I think it is derogatory. And I know that there's a couple of YouTubers specifically in the cloth diaper space that their attitude seems to have shifted a lot, where it's very derogatory towards these other brands. I think it's kind of keeping with the times, to be honest with you. I think it's good news that Amazon is selling so many different brands of cloth diapers. Because I think it means they're selling. Why would Amazon stock in their warehouses a bunch of cloth diapering products that it couldn't sell? So, yeah, maybe more people will buy Alvas or custom Alvas or whatever. But I think that more people will buy cloth diapers, which I think is the goal. And the other thing I want to talk about, these China cheapies, conversation that also really happens a lot in the conversation about China cheapies. That was a really long way of saying that. Anyway, is I don't think the quality of these American brands are necessarily always better. I want to talk to you about smart bottoms. So smart bottoms are pretty expensive, not China Cheapies, American Diapers, okay? We can all agree on that. I find a huge inconsistency in the quality of smart bottoms products. I'm going to be honest. I love the pre-folds that they have, the hem pre-folds. I love them. They're expensive. I think they're worth the money. I think they work really well. I prefer the large. I always prefer large absorbency. But a lot of their other products are really bad. Really, really terrible. I bought, and this is just some example products, and I'll tell you my feedback on them. I bought a winter weight nursing scarf, and I was really excited. It was super expensive, but it was on sale. I think it was on sale for $30. And I was excited because we go where it snows. We're still extended nursing our toddler. We're going to have more children soon. So I figured that we'll get used. We go where it snows for weeks every year. And I remember having this really thin, nursing cover when we were up there. Right after my son was born. He was about 4 months old. And so I was really excited about having this winter weight nursing cover. I was like, this is going to be great. Well, it's about as thin as the $8 one I got off Amazon. The $8 one has finished seams. The Smart Bottom one does not. To say I'm disappointed in the quality of it is just an understatement. There's a lot of other Smart Bottoms products that I've received, and I'm like, I kind of wish I didn't buy this. I kind of wish that I didn't. The quality isn't always there, and that's where, not to call it Smart Bottoms specifically, again, they have some good products as well. I think the pre-folds specifically are a very good product, but you're commanding $30 or $50 per, cover or bag or whatever, and the quality isn't there. And if the quality isn't there, I'm not going to continue to buy it. It doesn't really have to do with whether or not I only want to spend $8 on the scarf. But if the $8 scarf works better than your $40 scarf, who is buying the $40 scarf? And then, people will complain, oh, you're not supporting America. Well, the American company isn't making a really good product now, are they? And if they were making a good product, we would buy it. Again, Geffen Baby. I love Geffen Baby. I love Thirsties. These products I'll continue to buy because they're good quality products. And I think that's the conversation that we as consumers should have. We should not be defending these American companies and saying, oh, you should only buy overpriced diapers because you're supporting, which you may or may not be. It might be one person. It may not be a team. Or you can, we should be talking about how to make it better as consumers, how to attract these, what are the features, what are the details, what are the patterns, what is the fit, what is the function that we are looking for as cloth diaper users. And I think that the companies that meet those expectations are the ones that we should shop from. Regardless of the price. As I talked about with the Alvas, they last so long. Way longer than some of these other things. So we can say what we want about them, but they function pretty close to the other pocket diapers. So I say that instead of getting on the bandwagon and calling anything that isn't a $20 diaper a China Cheapie, I think really being specific with that term, calling true China Cheapies, I think, and trying to just drive better products into the cloth diapering space. Anyway, this is a really long ramble. I don't know how much you want to hear about that, but anyway, talk to you soon.